Hello, this is a short presentation about Year 11 options and the process going forward in terms of how to choose them and the types of pathways we have on offer at Kent College. Before we start, here are just some examples of students who graduated last year and the universities that they went to. As you can see, there is a variety of universities from across the world and a variety of different courses. Many of these students chose different pathways between A-levels and BTECs or a combination of both. And I'll be talking about the differences between these courses as the presentation continues. Business seems to be our most popular university course where our students go off and study. And as you can see, there's an example of the countries that our graduates have gone to. So these are the blocks that will be on offer for next year, so going into Year 12. These are subject to change, but this is the base that we will start with. Students will pick one subject from each of the blocks. You should have a total of 3 or 4 subjects. Students generally start with 4 subjects, but as the year goes on, we try and get students to get to 3. Most universities only require 3 subjects, and we find that if they do too many subjects, and those grades get watered down. So it's important that students choose carefully and pick to their strengths. Now, anything that doesn't say BTEC would be an A-level course. You can do it at AS, which means 1 year of study, or A-level, which is 2 years of study. And you need to really have in total at least 3 full A-levels if you're going to go down that route. The other option is the BTEC. So as you can see, we offer BTEC in sport, business, and performing arts. We offer these as a single or a double award. And when picking these, you need to make sure if you're picking a double that you pick a single in, let's say you're picking sports, you would need a single in block A, and then you can make it a double by choosing it in block B. You would then be able to pick an A level from C or D. So it's very flexible that you could pick a BTEC alongside an A level. You could pick, for example, single sport. You could then make that a double sport, and then you could pick another single BTEC to go with it if you choose the BTEC route. In addition to our A-levels and BTECs, we also offer our supplementary curriculum, which covers things like the EPQ. I know many of your children are already taking part in the HPQ. The EPQ is the extended project, which involves having to do a long extended piece of writing, working with a mentor for just over 18 months, and then presenting on your chosen topics. We also have the LAMDA qualifications, music and art, which would also count as points towards your university course. Alongside that, we've got ECAs such as TED Talks and Model United Nations, the Duke of Edinburgh, and our Sports Leaders course. So the difference between A-levels and BTEC. At Kent College, the majority of our subjects are international A-level. The good thing about the international A-level is these are modular courses. So you will find that the A-level, rather than one big exam at the end of year 13, they are split up into smaller modular exams across the 2 years. Some subjects will have an exam at the end of year 12 and the end of year 13. And some of the subjects will have multiple exams during the year. So for example, maths would have an exam sitting in January, they would have an exam sitting in the summer of year 12, and then the same again in year 13. So 4 different times at which the students can do the exams, all their points get added together, and then they get their final grade. Practical subjects, such as DT, would have a coursework requirement, and art is the same, where they would be creating a portfolio of work that would go towards their final grade. The BTEC is a very different course. There are no exams during the BTEC. It is made up of project type work and presentations, and it is continually assessed internally by our group of teachers. The course is made up of topics across the 2 years, and it tends to have a very real life context and links to a vocation. The similar, you can see the grades that you can get in the A level goes from A star to a U, and the BTEC equivalent is on the right hand side. So an A star is the equivalent of a distinction star at the IBTEC. Now the BTEC, if you're doing a single, is the equivalent of 1 A level, and if you are doing a double, it is the equivalent of 2 A levels. Here are a list of some of the universities that the BTEC recognise as universities that will take you with that qualification. But every day we're finding more and more universities that are open to the BTEC qualification. So you need to do your research, you need to figure out whereabouts you want to go in the world, which university, and just double check that your course or the courses you are interested in recognise the BTEC as a pathway into that course. It's also accepted in multiple countries across the world. In our experience, one of the countries where the BTEC can be slightly problematic is Spain. But as you can see, we have found one that has taken the BTEC course. The positives of the BTEC is because there's no external examination, it's fantastic for pupils who suffer from exam anxiety. It is based solely around coursework and deadlines set within school and within class time. It's great for pupils who are well organised and project-based learners, as there's lots of regular short deadlines. And it's a very suitable course for pupils who have a clear idea of what their ideal vocation will be, as everything is linked, as I said before, to real-life context. The grading system shouldn't be new. It's something that, is written on every school report that comes home. In order to get on the A-level courses, the required grades at IGCSE are a 6 and above. Some courses in particular have strict entry requirements, such as maths. You would require a 7 at GCSE. To get on the A-level English course, again, it's a 7, and A-level science is a 7-7. If you would like to study physics, a 7 at maths IGCSE is also required. The reason for this is, in our experience, students who do not get these grades at IGCSE are not successful at A-level. The course is very demanding. It involves a very strong prior knowledge of IGCSE. And so that is why we require at least a grade 6 to get onto our A-level programme. Here are a list of some universities who offer business as a course at university, just so I can show you again the BTEC and the A-level route. The numbers down the side, the 18, 19, 20, is where the universities are ranked in order of how good they are at delivering that business course. And as you can see, they're measured against the following criteria. If we take University of Birmingham, that's the top one. As you can see, if you get onto their website, the University of Birmingham, and look at their business course, they are requiring an AAB at A level only. Okay, they also need a GCSE in maths at a grade 5 and an English at grade 6. If, however, I was to look at Nottingham University, they require an AAA at A level, but they also accept the BTEC level 3. And to get on, you would need a similar point. So you need AAA for Nottingham. If we look at this slide here, for an A, you get the equivalent of 48 points. So 3 of those is 144, hopefully, if I've done my maths right. So the equivalent would be, probably if you were picking a BTEC, you would need a distinction star distinction, which is 104 points. And then you would pick up your other points by either doing a single BTEC, or perhaps you might want to do an A level alongside your BTEC to make those points up. Now, also, we offer in school all of these things in year 12 to make sure that students are successful with their university applications. So we have every week in a PSHE, university and careers lessons from our careers advisor, Miss Morgan. Each student will have a university mentor as they go in with their applications, and the university mentor is a teacher, and that teacher will help them with their letter of a personal statement that they have to write off to universities, and they will help with that application process, and they will be the ones that will write the student's reference for university. We have lots of careers fairs and guest speakers. We have access to UniFrog, and this website here allows students to log on and take part in mini courses. So let's say they were interested in coding, there would be a mini course on coding, all free. Students can get on, and it's something they can write on their CV that they've had this mini course on coding, or they've completed a course on using Excel and spreadsheets. There's lots of opportunities to really collect lots of different qualifications using that site. For those students who are planning to go to the US or a UAE university, we would support as well with the SAT and the MSAT exam. So here's some important dates. Students next week will be starting their mock examinations, and those mock results will be released on the 7th of February. I am going to share, or if you're watching this video, you're already on the website. You will find under the A-level section the option blocks that we've just been speaking about, and students, we need to get all of these option blocks in the Google form filled in by the 26th of February. If the choices that you want are not in the blocks that you are required, so let's say there's a subject you really want to do, but there is a clash and you are unable to choose it, there is a spot on the Google form that you can write where the issue is. We will try to make sure everyone gets the selection that they need. And as I said before, these option blocks are not final. There can still be some chopping and changing to make sure as many people as we can are happy with their selection. Here are some more important dates. On Tuesday the 20th of February, there will be a select parents' evening where we'll be inviting parents in of those students who we feel we might have a few concerns about. And at the same time, there's also a careers talk. We have 16 different professionals coming in to talk about their chosen profession and the way in, the route that they took in terms of their post-16 education and beyond, which hopefully will give the students some insight. And as I said, Monday 26th of February, the options form deadline. In addition to this, students will be taking part in taster sessions where they will experience some of those unknown subjects such as psychology and economics that will take place within school time. So before the form gets filled in on the 26th of February, students should be well aware of the types of subjects that are on offer. They should have had an experience of going into BTEC lessons and A-level lessons and knowing the difference between those two routes. They should also talk to their teachers and their form teachers about the suitability of the courses for them, and hopefully they're also having conversations with you as parents at home, and you're researching together to decide the best route for your children. Thanks for listening. As always, you know where we are. You can email us anytime and we're happy to help. Thank you.